What's happening, baby? Did you miss me over the weekend? If you did, I'm sorry. But now that I'm here, I don't want to bore you with a long, irrelevant conversation. But you see, darling, I think it's about time for me to get real serious about you. Because if someone was to rip me off for you, I couldn't account for my actions afterwards. And the way I'd feel, knowing that you should have been mine all the time. But you see, I not only want you, baby, but I need you. And the need is so strong, it's almost like that of a junkie. In other words, baby, I just got to have it. Listen to me, darling. Please, listen to me. What, baby? What is a love, Jones? Shucks, darling. It's when you love someone very, very much, and you just can't seem to get yourself together. Like last Friday in class, when Mr. Russell was giving us the test, I was sitting up staring at you and daydreaming. I know I failed, a test paper with nothing but my name on it. I guess anybody can have a love, Jones. It's just love, but true love. The way I feel about you, that's a love, Jones. A love, Jones.
What's it all about? This crazy love. How did our two worlds entwine? How do I fit in to your life? How did you get into mine? I belong to someone else we know. Back when first we met, we thought for fun one night together might be nice. Oh, but fun turned into love for both of us. So now we pay for being lovers' prize. 'Cause love like ours is never ever free. You pay some agony for the ecstasy. Love like ours is never ever free. You got to pay some agony for the ecstasy. Nights when you're alone,
that is there. However, the exam is 30 questions, and it's for half an hour. It's all traffic-related questions within the island. It consists of 25 solid questions, straight questions, and 5 signs. You are allowed to, the pass mark is 25. You're only allowed to get 1 sign wrong. So sometimes people would get all the signs, but if they doesn't do well in the other segment, they could fail. All right? When they fail, it would upload the results right away in the system. So they would see if they have the cell phone when they go out, or even on the tablet itself, it would show them that they fail, and it would also show them where they went down, whether they fail in the signs or the other questions. And so they can also view the exam after they have done it.
Some transparency is welcome. Yes, indeed. Sergeant Gordon, your turn.
Yes, as the carnival season approaches, we from the traffic department are appealing to all motorists to take as much caution as you go about your way during the celebration. We also want them to continue to observe all traffic rules and laws, the signs, the speed signs that are posted, every traffic sign, and everything would be good. We just want each motorist to be as careful as they can, so that we can decrease the amount of accidents, whether it's serious, whether it's resulting in death, or it's just vehicular damage. Right? We just want to appeal to all motorists for this upcoming carnival season. Be on your best behavior.
All right. On that note, we're going to open the lines for you to get in with your questions, your concerns, or maybe even suggestions. 465-2555. That's 2555. And for those of you in the United States area and Canada, 718-577-2916. Let's take our first call for this morning. You're live. Good morning.
I'm talking to the police here. I don't know if it's the stop sign that I want from Alfredo, but the bus driver will come to Harbour Street and Picton Street with a racing car down. Every morning I have to go to the hospital, and there's an overtaker from the old treasury to the social security, about the top up on the car seat from the hospital. And I'm a sick person because I have to go to the hospital every morning, and it's not easy for me. So police need to come from the entire place to down by social security, and one up by Giant Shop. It's not easy. The bus driver not going and go down the road. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning, Jiki. Oh, let me go up the land. I could hear feedback.
Yes, please, and thanks.
Yeah, okay. Good morning to everybody there.
Yes, morning.
Just an observation. There's not much the police could do about that. Them fellows who drive them big. I was coming around there by the airport, coming from Kim Collin Road there. And I am on the right away. The fellow coming up Factory Road in one of those, let me see, 10-wheeler. 4 at the back and 2 in front, 10-wheeler. He didn't have no container behind him. But he realized that because he's in a big truck, he could literally run over the vehicle. And instead of he stopping for me to pass, I had to stop. I'm just appealing to people who drive those big trucks. We know that if you get in an accident, you're the one who's going to survive. But Lord, man, have some conscience, man. You know, there's a right way and a wrong way. And the way he did that was the wrong way. So I had to break up and allow him to come through. He was going towards Connery area. And he didn't stop, not at all. And he saw that I was coming. I was further to the road to go across F.T. Williams. But he just meant that he is a bigger truck and there's nothing my little car could do to him. So I'm just appealing to people who drive those big vehicles that there's a right way and a wrong way. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call. Good morning, you're live.
Hello, GQ. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Sonny Boy.
Sorry, boy. Jacob, let me ask you a question. Can you read the text message from New York?
I can check now. You sent it via YouTube?
No, yeah, YouTube.
I can check now, Sonny.
Okay, let me congratulate Inspector Henry. I tell her I'm Jam the Water, a good friend. And I knew she was going to be an inspector. So tell her, say congratulations. All right, Jake.
Yeah, yes, man, no problem. All right, and good morning to you, man. Sonny Boy in the Bronx. Just seen your message. All right, thanks, Sonny. Good morning, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
As I understand it, you're speaking with the officer who does prosecutions in the traffic court, right?
Yes.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Morning.
I'm calling in connection with traffic situation involving speeding. I gather that there are some limits that are set in certain places in the town of Bastia and in speed limits for areas other than the town of Bastia or in villages. I gather that the speed limit for places other than Bastia and in villages is up to 40 miles per hour for certain vehicles. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to just listen briefly to this scenario. You're traveling on a road, leaving Connolly village and heading towards Canada Estate. Along that stretch of road, there are several signs saying 40 miles per hour because it is not in a village. Am I correct so far?
Yes.
Okay, but then before you get to Canada Estate, which would constitute, in my estimation, a village, there suddenly is a final sign just before the railway crossing, which says 20 miles per hour, which most times is partly hidden by overgrowth shrubbery. Now it says 20 miles per hour, but it is not yet in a village. So any unsuspecting, normally law-abiding citizen driving along that 40 mile per hour stretch of road would not expect to see a 20 mile per hour sign if they know the area very well and if they travel there for the past 40, 50 years. Am I correct so far?
Go ahead, I'm listening, yes.
Okay. My point is that according to section, I think it's section 39, section 39 refers to the schedule, and the schedule says that the speed limit for in a village is 20 miles per hour. So that area that I'm talking about, just before the railway crossing, is not yet in a village, but it suddenly pops out and says 20 miles per hour. And what I have found is that traffic officers have laid in waiting, just ready to trap persons who would be coming along that 40 mile per hour stretch of road, and then flag them down and say, you're speeding. What is your response to that, sir?
Yes, morning. My response to that is that one should take notice that the sign is there for a matter of safety as well. If you just go around the corner, there is a school with by the name of Sky Academy. That is the reason why the sign is there.
One moment, sir. I'm talking about before you get to the railway crossing and about 400 yards away from Canada Estate. 400 yards approximately away from Canada Estate. So that is nowhere near the school. So
yeah, but you have to slow down before you reach the school zone.
Beg pardon?
You have to slow down before you reach the school zone.
Ah!
Yes.
Slow down.
Slow down before you reach
so
the school
obviously,
zone.
the appropriate sign for that area should be slow down.
No.
And then when you get to the village where the school zone is, then you have a sign saying 20.
Bear in mind that is a start of a village also.
No.
Yes, because
400 yards?
just about less than 400 yards, there's a house right there.
400 yards away?
Yeah, just less than that. There's a house right there.
I respectfully beg to disagree.
Okay, look back into it and you will see what I'm talking about.
For a 20 mile per hour sign instead of a slow down sign, that essentially that 40 mile per hour sign, that 20 mile per hour sign essentially traps people who are ordinarily going along a 40 mile per hour zone and not yet reaching a village. And to me, it is unfair, and it is an error, I believe. It is an anomaly, because the way how the law is, the speed limits are set, and the law specifically says in a village.
Yes, but this
this
sign wouldn't be exactly placed in the village. It would place just outside of the perimeter of the village, so that
Just outside,
all
400 yards?
motorists would take notice that
400 yards?
listen, we are going into a village, so we need
Slow
to drive
down.
with caution. Yes, slow down.
Slow down, but not bam. And you have an officer there waiting to jam your ticket because you are traveling at 35 miles per hour, just coming out of a 40 mile per hour zone.
I understand
Come
what you're
on.
saying. I understand what you're saying.
Come on.
We'll look into that, sir.
I certainly hope that you do, because as I am aware, there are a number of cases that are before the court as we speak of instances of persons given tickets on that occasion way back in 2020. And I think it is so unfair, and I think that the traffic department should collaborate with the public works to erect the appropriate sign for there, which really should be a slow down sign. And it would not be unfair to anybody to be asked to slow down if they're coming to a village before getting in the village. So
Gentlemen, I will ask you to wrap up the point now.
no problem at all. I thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Right. We'll have to debate that at another point. Before we go back to the phone lines, we have a comment that's coming in via YouTube, and this person is saying, good morning to all. I just want to put my piece as well as it relates to the roundabout. They don't know how to use the roundabout. They're going in a right lane and going left, and using the right lane and then going left. Any response to the roundabout users?
Yes, when you're using a roundabout, one must take notice that you give way to your right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the roundabout is not a roundabout where you try to beat the other two exit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That is what we have been seeing, that people are trying to beat the other vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So let us use the ECCB roundabout, for example.
Right.
If you're coming from Frigate Bay, there are 2 lanes there where you enter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And shortly there will be some sign posted as to let motorists know the direction in which you are going, which lane to.
That'll be welcome.
Right?
Yes, that'll be welcome.
Let's say you're going to Kim Collins Highway.
Mm-hmm.
You would be on the inner lane.
Mm-hmm.
Those on the outer lane would be taking that lane to go to Bird Rock or going down to the Pan Road area. But the vehicle that is on the inner lane would be going to Kim Collins. So no other vehicle, once the vehicle enter the roundabout, should be trying to beat that vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a waiting process, and and a give process at that same roundabout. But you see, we are in the discussion stage, and shortly we'll be rolling out the signs and the correct marking as it relates to the roundabouts.
As it relates to this observation that this person is bringing to the table, I do believe we had an instructor here on the program, and he was indicating that once you're in the roundabout, they will have a point in time where both drivers coming from different lanes might be going to the same direction. There are breakers in the roundabout that he indicated that we should use. So from time to time you might find a person in the right lane heading to the left lane, but they have to use the breaker to cross. That's correct?
Yes, but they have to wait because you're giving way to your right.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to wait until that vehicle that is on their right is actually passed.
Okay.
So that's when they indicate, and they can't cross over when there's a vehicle in that same lane. They have to indicate, wait till the vehicle is passed, and then they proceed.
Okay, thanks. Good morning, your life.
Hey, good morning, Jacob.
Yeah, good morning, man.
Good morning, officer.
Morning.
Just an observation that I would like the officers to be on top of. Vehicles beyond the traffic light tend to stop and pick up people and drop off, let out people and stuff like that. And it causes a congestion, and so you find other vehicles end up in the stoplight position when it already turned, and it causes a whole traffic jam. Also, pedestrians crossing just further beyond the traffic lights, just crossing without waiting and for the crossing lights to change for them to pass and stuff like that. I think they need to be observant of that because it's happening more frequent now and it's causing problems in traffic. That's an observation I'd like to share.
All right, thanks for calling, man. Any response? Okay, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, can you turn on the volume on your radio, please? Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm really listening. Nice, good educational program. But what is happening to our people? Everybody wants to be at the top. And what happened? I think it needs a little bit of common sense in the driving. Followed by that would be some patience. We need to have some patience. But everybody is rushing. Everybody don't care about each other, and it's not going good. If we don't develop patience and understanding, it's going to be always a lot of problems. The police can try their very best, but the people in general need to be patient with each other, have a little common sense, and things will work out. Thank you very much, Chicken.
You're welcome, man. Good morning, your life.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to your guests as well. Thanks for the information, but I think in some ways there's a level of common sense that must be exercised, which is missing. Case in point, on Friday last week, I left Market Street with the intention of going Birdrock. I came down Central Street, down College Street cut, and the junction right there by Social Security, I'm going to Birdrock. The traffic warden tells me I cannot go to Birdrock, I have to go to the right. I have to go back to the right, go all the way by the public market, and then go all the way up to the bypass. There's an element of common sense missing. The lights work. Let the lights work. The traffic warden comes out and basically overrides the light. So instead of allowing me to go where I'm supposed to go, but I had to make a next trip. In this day of heightened gas, we have to exercise some sort of common sense. That's my contribution. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Any comments?
Once the traffic warden or the police goes into the street, they supersede the lights. And it must be a reason why she redirected that person.
Okay.
Maybe traffic block.
All right.
Probably traffic was blocked or there were accident. Or normally we have some big funerals that we tends to.
So you're saying it wasn't malicious then?
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Let's back to the phone line. Good morning.
Yeah, JQ, me again.
Yeah,
Sorry
brother, man.
about cutting you, but a fellow, somebody a while ago mentioned it. I don't know if I said good morning to those officers, everybody was there. But anyway, if I didn't, good morning again.
Good morning.
I was taking the roundabout going to Bird Rock, as you have truly said, just said a while ago. The person who's going to Bird Rock must stay in the left lane and going all the way around. There was a scare. I indicate.
No. Hold on. Can you repeat where you were going and from which direction?
I was going to Bird Rock.
From which direction?
Coming from King Collins, going into Bird Rock.
Okay.
I took the left lane as I'm supposed to, because I indicate that I was going there, and there was a car behind me. Well, I realized now that he was racing up. So I said, okay, I'm in the right lane to go to Bird Rock. He probably going down to somewhere else. Next thing when I look, as we reached the curve to turn into Bird Rock, he passed me right there. You know, I follow him, and then I say, you know something? Leave the man alone, see? You just may aggravate and create a problem. But people by now they're supposed to know how to use the roundabout. I can't believe that they don't know how to use the roundabout. You're in the left lane, you're either going Frigate Bay or you're going Boardwalk. Where you want to pass me in the right? And I thought now he going down to TDC, and he passed me right in the curve there. So had I continued, the possibility that we might have just rub each other. It's time enough to understand the traffic. Thank you very much for your time.
Sergeant Gunn, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to thank that caller there for actually driving with duty and attention.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because just like that, if he wasn't paying attention, there would have been an accident there, and we don't know the severity of the accident it would have been at that time. But just as I mentioned earlier, we have been seeing that a lot, that people are trying to beat people to the exit. Right, and that is a clear example. He's in the right lane because he is taking the one of the first to exit, right, from the Kim Collins. The other person, if they go on the inner lane, that means they are going down towards TDC or they are going back around, right? So I just want to thank that caller to actually paying so much attention to while they're using the road.
Indeed, man. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, you live and lively.
Oh, good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey, we're good. And the ladies in the studio.
Yeah, just a quick one here. I am very much advertising again, promoting, encouraging the use of signage to roundabouts. And I believe the signage should be before you reach the roundabout, so people understand how to use the roundabout. In particular, like the officer mentioned, we have a lot of visitors coming in, and they will not understand how to use a roundabout in many cases. Before we reach the roundabout, we need to have a signage about at least 30 feet before you reach the roundabout. People will be prepared to go in the respective lanes, indicating where to go if you're going to Kim Collins, if you're coming from Bassey, or going to Frigate Bay or whatever, or if you're going to Boardwalk. If the signage are not there, that the driver can be prepared before they reach, not when they reach the roundabout, you're seeing a little sign saying this hour. Or you can be on the radio now saying everybody needs to know how to use the roundabout. Signage is very important before, to prepare you for when you reach in the roundabout. That is one thing. Again, I'm on to signage. There are a number of areas within Bassey, Pripyat, for an example, where there's a one-way, no entry. You only drive down. There is no signage to say no entry from Central Street going up. And I believe these things need to be taken into consideration, because for years we've been having situations here where a car coming down and one coming up. The signage is something that I believe we'd like to really advocate, to suggest that we look at signage. It's good to have this kind of dialogue on the radio. That is great. We are hearing it. Everybody don't hear it. But people driving will see the signage. And that's applied to all roundabouts. Before you reach the roundabout, at least 20, 30 feet before the roundabout, you see this big signage, oh, if you're going this way, if you're going that way, you're going this lane or that lane. I believe that is a lot more useful, in addition to you having these programs telling people how to use the roundabout. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call, man. Good morning, you're live. Yes, turn the volume on your radio and you can communicate with us. Thanks.
Good morning, G2.
Hey, good morning, chaps.
Good
morning.
This is Anthony Rollins. Chap, I realize you all are putting things in place for the season coming up. But have you all put anything in place for persons with disabilities? Knowing that the amount of traffic going to be in town, or the persons who are going to be coming in? Have you all considered persons with disabilities during your debate or whatever you all had? Just a question. Thank you very much.
All right. Let either the inspector or... Inspector, you're going to respond?
Sure. Presently, as you referred to disabilities, presently we are in the process of putting down a number of parking spaces. For example, we already put down 2 on 4th Street. And the sidewalks are already slope so that person with wheelchair and
could have access.
So we are presently looking at other areas, other streets where we could put down some more parking spaces to accommodate persons with disabilities.
Okay. All right, let's take this call. Good morning, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Culture. You're the final call.
Okay then. The caller before, chaps. He said everything that I have been saying for years. Just before any roundabout,
You should have signs on the road or overhead, at least 30 yards before you get into the perimeter of the roundabout. And that hasn't that been done yet. Now the last thing, I'm going to ask the police, when you have a funeral, and that funeral have to travel a long distance before they get to the cemetery, do you all have police escort? Because these ignorant people on the two-wheel bike and all kind of four-wheel mountain bike, they have no respect for the traffic and no respect for the funeral procession. They're still coming towards the funeral with the front wheel up in the air. So my question is that if there is no police out front to direct the traffic, please, when they have a funeral going to travel a long distance, present a police to control the traffic. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call. It's going to be your final call for this morning. Inspector, Sergeant, any comments from the callers or anything that you want to address now before we wrap up or reiterate?
Well, I realize that the general public is concerned about the roundabouts. And what I would do, we at the traffic department would do a short video and indicating and showing persons how to use the roundabout. And we will also get the necessary signs back in place at the roundabouts, because all roundabouts had signs, but due to vehicular accidents, a number of the signs have been knocked out.
Okay. Sergeant Gordon?
Yes, I just want to send out my last appeal to all drivers to drive it with juki and attention throughout the season. And one caller would have mentioned about the speed limit. One must understand that even in certain areas there are businesses. So where there is business, that is where this sign will be posted. For example, where the caller spoke about over there at Canada Estate, there are mechanic shop on the right or on the left when you're coming from Keanway, and there is also public works. That is why you have to put the sign. Remember, people, passengers, pedestrians will be using those areas frequently as well.
Okay.
So I'm appealing to all motorists. Drive safe and have a wonderful season.
All right, and all the best to you guys as well.
Yes.
Stay tuned. On 9 o'clock report is up next.
Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense needs to stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. You're simply the best, better than all the rest.
Are you looking for a place that provides skilled nursing care and rehabilitation services to